Hello, my earth angels. Welcome into another weekly message here at Ethereal Ancestors. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new here, welcome. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. I thank you guys so much for your love and support by being here. And let's get into this message for the next 7 to 8 days, okay? 8 was a very significant number, so for some of y'all that might be an important number sequence for you to pay attention to, or that might be finding you. But I typically do 7-day forecasts here, but 8 days out from this message, from whenever you see it, is when this could really be significant for you, okay? Okay, we are, by the time you see this, we'll be coming out of, hold on one second, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. By the time you see this, the new moon on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer, on the cusp of Cancer, yes, but in Gemini, cusp of Cancer energy would have peaked. It's very, very important for all of us to make sure that we are resting and recharging the mental body more specifically. Some of you guys might have had a lot of emotional waves to manage and navigate through with this new moon. There could be a lot of old timeline, old template energy coming back up, old stories, old thoughts, just things of the past that might be resurfacing a little bit, but it's only coming up to make you aware of what is the old and help you better develop the current, present, now, and new energy, okay? What does arise is meant to be used for intention and meant to be used as a symbol or as a transmutation into deeper inner power, okay? I know I'm throwing out a lot of big, kind of hefty themes here, but that's just what was really coming through as strong in my meditation for this message. For others of y'all, or for maybe just a few of you, there is a particular feminine force connected to you or around you that is going through a tower moment. It could be you, okay? That might have a tower moment over the next 8 days around something that was distorted in their energy, but it kind of feels connected to you. If this isn't you, this is like someone's idea of you, perspective of you, having a dramatic shift and change. Something that was believed by someone as to be too mentally difficult for you. I think that's why they were telling me recharge and rest the mental body. This could also be somewhat of like a mental attack. Someone could be attempting to play mind games with you. Whoever maybe has been doing that might be going through a major and significant tower over the next 8 days. There's something about the power of your intentions. Like it's giving me, when you put your mind to something, it happens. And so that could be the attempt to kind of block and distort and confuse the mind as to what it actually wants, where it wants to go, so that it doesn't actually happen. So some of y'all got to put up some mental barriers here, making sure that you are meditating. If you don't, meditation doesn't necessarily have to be stillness. You can go on a walking meditation. You can really just focus on your breath. Okay, that's a meditation in and of itself. But do something that centers your mind on a single focus, okay? That could be an art form, that can be listening to music, that can be writing, that could be anything, but it's a single focus that the mind kind of needs to center and focus on, so that other energies can kind of be freed from you and also kind of come in. And it feels like messages. Some of you are going to get significant, very, very, that word significant keeps coming out. So signs, important signs, over the next 8 days. Maybe about this kind of mental force attack or mental energy. Maybe about this particular feminine energy. Some of y'all, your feminine principle has been under attack, and you might be made aware of that over the next 8 days. This week's energy is definitely grounded in the emotional body, but kind of focused on the mental body. So yeah, there's a need to ground in the emotional body so the mental body can take a rest. So the more you lean into feeling, the more you kind of swim in your own waters and let the air of your mind kind of settle. One, the more protected you'll probably be over the next 8 days, but then two, the more balance you might find. Okay? Okay. Yeah, there's something about, somebody might be passive aggressive with you a little bit over the next 8 days. I just heard test your boundaries. So just be mindful of that. But it's almost like if someone in this energy has difficulty with confrontation, somebody could be using that as a way to try to like kind of start a war within you. Meaning like doing subtle things, knowing that you're not the type to say anything about it. So that could also be a part of a tower that somebody has. Just because you're not saying anything doesn't mean you're not doing anything about it. Some of y'all might actually find the courage to say something. And that could be the tower in and of itself. It's almost like quiet bullying almost. Like someone's trying to energetically bully you. And they need to be careful with that. And be mindful. Because if you want to show up as a bully in the energy, there are bigger energies than you that also like to bully. Yeah, somebody who was trying to maybe bully you energetically, quietly, not loudly, not through verbal words, but through their energy is going to have a rude awakening over the next 8 days. Because whatever distorted energy, well, they would have to be in distorted energy to do that to someone. So that distortion is getting louder, stronger for them. Sometimes people have to be careful of trying to force their way into other people's energy fields. Manipulate people energetically. You have to be careful. Because you doing that opens you up to be manipulated. All right, Tim, here we go. I was hoping we wouldn't go there, but I guess this is just one of them moments. Tell me more. Yeah, the High Priest. Hold on, let me make sure this is fully in view for y'all. Okay. Yeah, you are meant to create something. There's something that you need to create. I'm hearing a portal and a pathway. That someone's make plans and focus. I'm trying to tell you, if you've been feeling a bit foggy mentally, if it's been a little difficult to kind of get things done, if it's been, it's like you know you need to focus, but you're having a hard time focusing, that's energetic work that someone's trying to do. Okay? And of course, we're speaking from a spiritual perspective. I am no doctor. But make sure you get yourself checked out if you feel like it's something deeper than that. could be something you're eating. It could be a supplement that is creating that kind of distortion for you. It could be something in your environment. Like mold could be present and you might not be aware of it. That can cause brain fog. I don't know why I'm rattling all of that off. So just be mindful, but definitely go get yourself checked or get yourself the medical help you need if you feel like you need it. But if this is more of a spiritual fog, yeah, that's being casted about by somebody here. It's a feminine energy. It's a feminine energy that doesn't want you to be so determined, that wants to disrupt some sort of mental fortitude that you have, that you've displayed. This isn't the first time that this person has done this. Ooh. Yeah. Right, because there's a powerful intention behind what you create. What you intend creates waves of energy for some of y'all, and that's why there's this difficulty in making plans and staying focused maybe on one thing, or being able to center the mind. That's what I was getting in my meditation. Center the mind. Okay. Who else is here for my earth angels? Thank you. The Knight. So that feels like Page of Swords energy into Knight of Swords energy. Be brave and honest. Yeah, great teacher. This could also be somebody who like withholds communication from you, like doesn't tell you things that, let me take a sip of my coffee, child. That's so annoying. This is like someone, it could be more than one person, so just take that too if that resonates for you. But this is an energy, we'll call it an energy, that wants to withhold interaction or like engagement with you. That's where it's coming off passive aggressive. It's like they want to say nice things to you, but there's something in their energy that stops them. They've learned a great deal from you. You've been a shining example. If you're here in Earth Angel energy, of course you are. But you've been a shining example. And again, it's like this kind of gives that energy of, rather than share their thoughts or, you know, share a compliment or speak to, you know, whatever they think and kind of feel towards you, they use it as like a metric of like a mirror, like a competition. So this could be a feminine energy that's in competition with you secretly. And again, you've dealt with this before. For whoever this particular message is for, you've dealt with this before. Maybe not through this person, maybe through this person, but definitely through other people. So this isn't new. Learn from the spiritual experiences that you've already had in dealing with these types of energies. People who think great things about you but can't bring themselves to say it because it is you. They want to talk, they want to communicate, they want to share, but it's like this, I don't want to say intimidation, because but it turns sour for whatever reason. Clarify this energy. Is this feminine? Who else is here? Yeah, Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Okay, so we're having a week here, Earth Angels, where it's who you are, what you do, whatever you intend and create is a form of medicine. And sometimes medicine is bitter. Sometimes it don't taste so good. That's what it is. You might have left a bitter taste in someone's mouth, not intentionally, but it's because you've given them a medicine that they need. Whether that is consciously or unconsciously, you've delivered a medicine and they're a little sour about it being so bitter for them to swallow and receive. So you, again, you know this experience, you know how this works, you know what goes on. Yeah. Exchange energy to create abundance. Exactly. It's a natural exchange of energy that happens between you and this person, or you and these people. And it's like you can kind of maybe pick up on this and sense it, but understand that that is the abundance that's being created. It might start off bitter, but it doesn't mean it won't turn sweet. But it's not for you to really worry about whether it's sweet to receive or not. Sometimes the best way for someone to receive their medicine is through bitters. Sometimes the most potent medicine is bitter. Might not taste good going down, but it definitely gets the job done. Okay? Yeah, peacekeeper. And be fearless and stand strong. Let me make sure this isn't all the way off. Yeah. Okay. Trust your instincts at the bottom. Okay. I would also protect the plans that you do have. If you do have an intention or a project that you're working on, creations that you have going on, I would just shield them until those plans are in full effect, okay? Until everything is set up, everything is ready to go, everything is moving or has already moved. You don't have to share your next steps with everybody, okay? Some things you have to keep a little close to your heart until they're fully thriving, okay? Yeah, a harmonious resolution is possible, but you gotta be fearless and stand strong in order for that resolution to happen. So it feels like the divine is trying to get y'all to not fear your medicine, okay? Don't fear being medicine to people. Yeah, not everybody's gonna be a fan. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna, yeah, not everybody's going to be open-hearted towards you. But that doesn't truly matter at the end of the day. What matters is how you feel about you and what you do and what you intend and what you create. And so long as that is coming from a pure place within you, how it's received, whether it is sweet medicine, bitter medicine to people, hey, out of your control, out of your mind, nothing that you really need to worry about. Although when it is bitter, people do try to make it your problem, but it isn't your problem, okay? So keep your intentions high, vibrational. Continue to create from a high vibrational space. Some of y'all really got to make plans and focus up, though. And be honest about what you want. And what, I feel like, what direction you're headed into. Or what you feel. Maybe that's it. There's something about this new moon energy that maybe revealed a feeling that you had or have had for a while or are in. Some of y'all got to be honest about what you're feeling. I just heard, don't sugarcoat it, because it's medicine. Okay? Clarify, High Priest energy. Wheel of Fortune. I love it. I love when we start out with a major archangel. Healing. Yeah, and the Eight of Wands left behind. So a lot of y'all create things and intend things from a space of healing or for the purpose of healing. And again, healing looks different for everybody. Healing often, think about like a wound. If you've ever been wounded, it's always worse before it's better. Always gets worse, tough, pain, and then it starts to get better. So honoring your inner knowing is a form of healing in medicine, not just for yourself, but definitely for someone that's trying to connect with your energy or trying to distort your energy in some, I want to say, in some weird way. Okay? Make plans and focus. Yeah, the back, did I not say that was the Page of Swords? The Page of Swords. Refuge. Some of you being in the process of creation is a form of refuge and healing and recharging for you. That's why I say, when you hear rest and recharge, a lot of the times your mind goes to stillness, which is a beautiful form of rest. But that doesn't work for everybody. That doesn't work for everybody. Some people are still so active in their energy, or they need activity in order to initiate rest in their mental body, in their physical body. Okay, so that would be like yoga, or again, having to focus on a single thing. I'm seeing Legos. Some of you might build Legos, I'm not too well versed in the Lego game, but like I know that they have the little projects, like the single box projects you can build, like a flower or a ship or a home or a house or something of this sort. It's like something that, again, single focus, but still has movement to it. There's still something that comes out of that focus, because I can understand that stillness might not feel productive enough for the hyper productive. Okay, so don't try to force yourself into a form of rest that really doesn't align with you. Maybe that's what some of y'all are discovering over the next few days. What forms of rest actually align with you? Okay, show me, be brave and honest. What does this Knight want to say? And it's almost like whatever that form of rest that does align with you, there's ideas that kind of come to you, plans that you want to make. Okay? Some of y'all have all the ideas and all the plans, but it's the execution part that seems to be a bit of the struggle. Give yourself a little bit of grace and some time. This new moon energy is quite heavy, okay? But you got the Five of Wands under be brave and honest. Wins judgments. Protects all those who seek the truth. So being honest about your truth, seeking your truth, is what kind of helps you navigate some sort of challenge that you might be facing, or helps protect you against a challenge that someone's trying to set up for you. Make it difficult for you to focus on one thing. Make it difficult for you to create a plan. Make it difficult for you to execute the plan. Sometimes that energy just isn't, oh, I'm having a bad day. It's being projected onto you. Okay? What's the spiritual experience my earth angels need to learn from over the next 8 days? The Four of Wands, agreements that you've made in the past. Helps one live in peace with everyone. So for some of y'all, I'm hearing corrected behavior. This is what I felt in my meditation. It's repetitive. You've been through this before, but you're getting an opportunity to handle it maybe in a new way. Handle it from a space of, I need to administer a little bit of medicine, as opposed to maybe feeling a bit victimized by whatever this Five of Wands is. Okay? Some of y'all, this is about learning how to maintain your peace amid other people's chaos. Maybe that's the nature of the work that you do. People come to you in chaos and you kind of have to create peace, create healing. So some of you could be in like the medical field, talking about medicine. Okay. Oh, for me to even bring up wounds. Wounds could be significant. Wound care. Yeah, looking at it as you caring for someone's wounds. The healing you administer might not be peaceful to them at first. It could be painful, but it leads them to healing and peace. Okay? So what's the inner knowing that my earth angels need to honor? Temperance. Ooh, temperance and death. Absolutely. I'm hearing grief counseling. Some of y'all might be a counselor, or you might work with grief, or maybe you've gone through enough grief within your own life that you feel maybe that's the plan or something you want to maybe look into. Becoming a grief counselor for those in transition, for those who have experienced transitions. Help create a peaceful environment, so maybe even hospice care. But hospice, not even just in actual, the physical vessel leaving the earth or decomposing or that transition, but also like a hospice for, I don't know, career pivots or, whatever the transition that feels closest to your heart that you've experienced. That could be a part of your medicine, a part of your own healing that then can also help and heal others. Okay. Can I get one for how my earth angels, my fellow earth angels, can honor their inner knowing this week? Thank you. The Page of Cups. Yeah. Divine comfort. I can't make it up. Gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all might actually be on the receiving end of medicine from the universe to help you focus, to help you get through whatever maybe in the emotional body that might be a blockage or might still be weighing heavily on you. You might be on the receiving end of some medicine over the next 8 days. The divine is attempting to comfort you in a way that'll help you focus and be brave and learn from what you've gone through. And be able to use that gift, use that knowledge, use that awareness to create abundance, to exchange it with others. So something that you've gone through is worthy of sharing because it could be a guidepost for others, okay? Clarify. You might get confirmation of that over the next 8 days. Yeah, the 9 of Wands. Universal medicine. I can't make it up. It literally says that. Universal medicine. Yeah. What the divine has comforted you in, exchanged with you, healed you through, is universally applied to others, can be universally applied to others. So something that you intend to create or have intentions around creating or are creating with a specific intention of healing is reaching a broader audience or will be useful for many, many people. A harmonious resolution is possible. What's this resolution? The Lovers. Archangel Haniel. The joy of God. Joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples, removes negative energy. So maybe that's it. There's something about your energy, Earth Angels, that neutralizes negativity. And people can try all they want to throw it at you. They can do it knowingly, unknowingly, subconsciously, child, but there's something about your energy that neutralizes it. And then it's like it's a gift you have that maybe the divine is guiding you to create abundance from, to find balance. Couples, it doesn't even have to be like couples therapy, but we're in a constant relationship with everything around us. So helping people find balance within themselves, within their environment, within a dynamic. Some of y'all might really want to look into counseling. If you aren't a counselor already, clarify, be fearless, and stand strong. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. Truth and justice. Truth is your justice. A truth about your medicine. Oh, that could be that tower that I was feeling in my meditation. Somebody's having a tower around the fact that you truly are intending to create or have created things from a space of healing, and it does actually offer healing. Yeah, that your healing energy is not a joke, it's real. I just heard it's not hocus pocus. Somebody could have felt like, hippy dippy bullshit type of a thing. Oh, you're just playing around and pretending. And it's like, no. What you actually are creating, there is real healing in your energy. Yeah, the divine really uses you as a vessel for healing. And for those of us who are familiar with that healing energy, we don't talk a lot about how exhausting that can be. So that's where I was maybe getting that rest and recharge the mental body. You give a lot. You do a lot. Okay? And I think what maybe drains that effort is maybe the lack of appreciation. That's what I was getting. Like someone not wanting to say thank you, or that they appreciate you, or share how your effort has supported them. So dealing with people who are more focused on taking as opposed to exchanging could be the draining force and the draining factor in the situation. It feels good to know that what you offer has a benefit to people. The work you do has a benefit to people. So maybe some of y'all are in like medicine or care, hospitality in some way. Yeah, and it is a thankless job. Often, there are some really great people who do honor, the people who have taken care of them, the people who have supported them, but it's not common. It's a very that's your job, so why do you need a thank you for what you signed up to do type of a thing. But those are just the people who don't understand energy and how it actually works and what it actually takes to offer and give and do the work. So maybe that feminine energy might have been in some form of entitlement around your healing services or what you offer or what you were doing. I know that's very common in the medical field. People feel entitled to whatever they're in need of. And although, yes, if it's a public service or you're in the public health type of a industry, yeah, they're the public and they need help, but a thank you goes a long way. An appreciation goes a long way. And understanding that everyone involved is human. Even if you have divine energy, still in a human experience. Do you know what I mean? It's acknowledgement. Some of y'all might have done your fair share, your tenure in that kind of public health world, and maybe you want to start your own private practice. That could definitely be a supported plan. Okay? That you might want to focus on growing and building over the next few days here, okay? Or you might get some clarity and confirmation around whether or not that's a path for you. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. in this healing. The Seven of Swords. Yeah. Somebody was definitely confused. Yeah. Knowledge of good and evil appeases divine anger. God nurturing and maintaining everything. Exactly. Exactly. Somebody didn't fully understand that the work that you did, the effort you put into it, the energy you poured into whatever you do was actually a part of nurturing and sustaining and maintaining something. So that kind of tells me that maybe if someone else is in that role, or someone else is doing the work that you used to do, so let's say this is an old job of yours, whoever kind of was in that role doesn't have the same effect. So it's like someone's realizing that you actually have a unique talent. Somebody, I just heard they despise it. Somebody could despise the fact that you are uniquely talented. So you may do what a lot of other people do, but the way you do it, your energy in tandem, in relationship, in connection, in partnership with the work, is what creates the healing. Clarify the Page of Swords for this Shield Maiden. The Two of Pentacles. Fortune and fame. Yeah. Fulfills any request. Exactly. So for some of y'all, you are meant to have abundance from that gifted ability of whatever it is you do. However you do it, the way you do it is what's healing. Like, y'all know how, like, sometimes you might eat some food and it's like, it's okay. But you might eat that same meal. Like, let's say it's your favorite restaurant and the chefs or the cooks or whoever's making it matters. It matters, right? You go there a lot, but you can tell when a certain cook made your meal because it tastes better. It's like a different energy. That's love being poured in. Like, that's the gift. Whole bunch of people can make cupcakes, but maybe the love you pour in, the intention, the energy that you're in while you're making it makes it just taste a little bit better. They could all be vanilla cupcakes, but something about, you measured with your heart. You didn't stick to the ingredients. You didn't stick to the typical cookbook measurements. You measured with your heart and it tastes better. So your heart is being measured, or that is your metric that is unattainable or untaintable by outside energies or by anyone else. No one has your heart, though. They could do the same thing, but it's not your heart. So you're meant to build from that energy, from that heart space. Clarify this Five of Wands. I'm excited. I'm starting to get like excited in this energy. Clarify, be brave and honest. The Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're not going to be disappointed. You'll have nothing to worry about so long as you continue to be brave, warrior energy, and honest, and stand on that honesty. So some of y'all have to start embracing that you're gifted. I know that that can be a touchy subject for some, depending on your experiences with your gifts. Not wanting to be vain about it, not wanting to get into like an ego around it. If you're here on this channel, I kind of feel like you probably have already got a good grip on your ego around your gifts, but maybe the grip is a little too tight. It's like, it's okay to kind of know, honor your inner knowing. Medicine mother, like, if you know that you carry a special type of universal medicine, you can know that, you can walk in that without being, without being arrogant, without being, intolerable or an egomaniac or without a God complex. So some of y'all are trying to figure out that line of, I know that I'm gifted, I know that there's something there, but I don't know how to embrace it without coming off hoity-toity and hippy-dippy and all, you know, superior or all of that kind of like, I call it spiritual narcissism that people can fall into. When people use spirituality as a means to separate themselves from others, as a means to create some sort of distinction for themselves, self-esteem, like they use it as a self-esteem driver. Well, they might do that, but I am this and I am that and I'm a guru and I'm da-da-da. You know, it kind of can, you know, complex. It creates that complex. I feel like I'm speaking to those of y'all that are hyper aware of that and don't want to be in that energy. That's not your desire, but it is something that you do need to know and like carry in a certain way. And I think some of y'all are going to figure out that balance over the next 8 days, which is awesome. Okay. It's a beautiful thing when you know who you are, right? You walk in that knowing, but you're not letting it get to your head. It's not putting you on a pedestal. It's something that actually keeps you grounded. That's what someone could be having a tower moment around. Somebody could have been expecting you to be a type of way, like they might have heard of your work or your gifts or whatever the case may be. Somebody expected you to be that high and mighty in the heart type of person. Oh, I think I'm better than everyone. Oh, I'm this and, you know, you're not that and da-da-da. Like, but that's not who you are at all. I just heard you have immense compassion for people. It's like the difference between people who say they really care for people and, you know, yeah, that's what it is. It's the difference between people who record themselves doing charity. Oh, I was just talking to somebody about that. It was making me so upset though, low-key, because I understand the concept and it is a good idea, but the fact that the people were recording themselves doing it created a unfair dynamic for something. I don't know if y'all have heard of this or if you remember it, when people were putting money in baby formula at like Target or like at a Walmart or, you know, at whatever, but recording it and posting videos about them doing that. And then they had people like ransacking formula for those $100 bills or whatever the money was. And it's like, once you open it, it can't, there's some sort of stipulation, not that it can't be sold again, but it's like, then people started actually like putting like poisons in baby formula. Like it just kind of got out of hand. That's what I'm talking about. If you want to slide some cash in a baby toy or something, so for a mom or somebody to find, do that. But the world doesn't have to know about it. That means you're doing something to be seen. It's not, thank you. Oh, somebody do not want me to say that. It's not coming from an authentic space within your heart. You're doing it from ego. So a whole bunch of people in the comments could be like, oh my God, you're such a great person. You're so awesome. Da, 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 da. It's like you're doing it for validation as opposed to just doing it because that's what's on your heart to do. Nobody has to know except for the people who are receiving the help or who come across it. And then you have on the converse people who maybe find that money and then they hop online and be like, whoever put the money in the baby formula, thank you. Why can't you just thank them in your heart? Because now you're announcing that there's money in the baby formula. And you got people out here who have no sense of humanity, no common sense, no care for anything else other than themselves, in survival mode, right? They don't care that they're destroying $50, thousands of dollars worth of baby formula. They're trying to get to that money. So it's kind of like that. Somebody thought you were one of those, oh, I do philanthropy to get validated by other people, or, oh, I do what I do because I want people to tell me I'm so great and I'm so amazing. And it's like, no. So the fact that maybe people are saying you're great at what you do and you are amazing has that much more weight to it. And that could be pissing somebody off, okay? That could just be pissing somebody off. But hey, never mind that, okay? Yeah, let's talk about this Four of Wands. Thank you. Death, yeah. You've already transmuted from these past spiritual experiences, endings and rebirth. Okay? I just heard you know how something ends. You already know how something ends, so it's best to focus on the beginning. Some of y'all might be feeling an ending coming. There could be somebody, for those of you that do work like a 9-to-5, or maybe again in public health in some way, there could be an ending coming, and you can sense it. It's like somebody above you, a superior or a supervisor or whomever, is almost like hell-bent on getting you out of there because you're too good in a way. Like somebody's sick of hearing all the good things that you do, or sick of all the good compliments that you get. So it's like someone could be plotting and scheming to try to figure out a way to get you fired, or to let you go, or to create a reason. Just be mindful that if that does happen, it was your time to leave that space anyway. The divine just elected them to collect the karma and gather their karma, and also free you. Okay? Clarify. Divine comfort with medicine runner and this inner knowing. Thank you. The Three of Wands. I just heard you have people looking for you. So yeah, if you've already left a particular job, there are people who are like, well, what happened to Earth Angel? What happened to them? Where'd they go? I like them. I want them back. I don't want that person taking care of me. I want the person who helped me the last time, or do you know what I mean? You might even be in customer service, and there are people who ask to be routed to you. And that could be upsetting someone. Yeah, construction of the universe, help with great works, protection from adversaries. So again, even if that is the plot and the plan, if it is meant for you to remain in that environment, you're going to remain in that environment. If it isn't meant for you to be in that environment, the divine will allow people who have that kind of energy in their heart to enact their plans, do what they need to do, create their own karma, and free you from it. Okay? So no matter where it is or where it's taking you, trust that it is divinely led. Clarify this Nine of Wands, this universal medicine. Justice. Somebody could even be losing clientele or losing customers because you're not there anymore. I just heard because you're the real deal. You really knew what you were talking about, or you really knew what you were doing. You cared about what you were doing. And that's what's needed right now. That's exactly where I'm hearing the global eye. Okay, period. The global eye is fixating on now, especially in this age of Aquarius. People want to feel human, not like a number, not like a cog in the machine, not like something indispensable. People want real human connection. Because think about it, all this technology rise, this AI, there's always going to be energy on the other side of the pendulum, on the other side of the spectrum. People who want nothing to do with computers anymore. I'm computered out. We done advanced technology in, some people believe, way too fast. And it's just overwhelming. I'm done. I want human to human connections. I want to hand cash to a hand. I don't want to tap nothing. I want, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a large flow of people who move into that. And that could be your people. Looking for that person to person type of healing energy or connection and care. So just because, for those of y'all that maybe are a part of a system, just because that system no longer supports your energy doesn't mean there isn't a system being built, construction of the universe. There isn't a system being built that will, or that you can't build your own system that supports your energy. Don't be afraid to start making plans and moving in the direction that your heart is truly led. So some of y'all have gotten a lot of that direction from your heart chakra after this new moon. Clarify, and some of y'all, depending on when you watch this, this could be coming for you at the next new moon. Clarify the Lovers with Peacekeeper. Yeah, you put love. I'm trying to tell you. With the Tower, our third archangel, Uriel. Disruption warns of disasters, aids in transformation. Exactly. You aid in the transformation of people, their minds, their energy. Like I said, some of y'all might do hospice care or hospitality in some way. You aid in people's transition. People who need housing and homes, you aid in their transition. And that is you acting as a form of justice. And some of y'all are getting justice. Again, if the divine allowed someone to create a karmic plan against you, you're getting justice for that by being able to build your own universe or be a part of the new universe that's being built, the new structure that has really no other choice but to be created, because not everybody's on board with where society is going, right? But again, there's always energy on the extremes of everything. It's the nature of duality becoming one. We live in a dualistic world that seeks oneness. And we are the facilitators and co-creators of that oneness, or of the increase of the separation and the duality. So this is about your role, okay, in this lifetime. Your function, how the divine created you to be. You might be learning a little bit more about that over the next 8 days. Tell me about this 8 of Swords with Be Fearless and Stand Strong. What's the truth and justice here? Yeah, truth is you're a real warrior. But war looks different for you. Queen of Swords. God, the hope of all the earth. Exactly. Exactly. For those that feel and can kind of see how advancements in this world, just the way the world is moving and shifting into doom. There's a lot of that doom media. There's a lot of that. You, my loves, are a part of the structure that's being built as a beacon of hope. The hope of all the earth. I said the global eye. The eye's going to need to focus on something that brings hope. Because of all the destitute and despair, depravity, disaster, destruction that certain entities and groups and beings are amping up and pushing up because their time is up. Okay, and that's another conversation for another day. And if you know, you know. So no need to fear, no need to fret. You just need to rest up and charge up to be able to distribute the medicine in the way that the divine needs you to. Okay, Queen of Cups. Redemption. Ritual and ceremony as well. Make being fearless and standing strong a ritual and a ceremony that you practice every day. Okay? Can equate all the, acquire all the treasures of heaven and earth. Somebody definitely had a karmic plan or wants to enact a karmic plan to disrupt you acquiring all the treasures of heaven and earth, which would be, again, that duality coming into oneness in you. You being a vessel for that oneness between earth and heaven. There's a reason why I call y'all earth angels. Okay? So let's get these synchronicities. Bonds 2020. Yeah, some of you definitely could be in healthcare, public health. Okay. And even if not, what you do is a form of health. Okay. You might not look at it like that, but the work you do could bring a sense of mental peace to people. I don't care if you do taxes, child. That takes a lot of load off of people's mental bodies and can put their mind at ease. But the way you do it, how you do it, the thoroughness, people feel the love in it, the lovers, the peace. Okay. There's also a slight message here. Somebody could have tried to create a narrative that made you look like the disruptive force in something, not the source of the peace or the lover's energy. That's backfiring maybe over the next 8 days, because the love and the peace is gone from that environment. It left with you. So how could you be the disruption if the disruption is still there but you're not there? All right. So what are the synchronicities that are significant from my earth angels tied into this energy, resonating with this message? What guidance do you have, angels, through the synchronicities? Ooh, I saw leveling up in synergy. So you're in alignment with a level up over the next 8 days. Clarify Wheel of Fortune with the 7 of Swords. What's the sync for the High Priest? Synchronicity for the High Priest. Thank you. Yep, leveling up. 1144. 888. Like I said, 8s could be significant at the beginning of the reading. There's your abundance. And what's the synchronicity for the Shield Maiden? What's the synchronicity for making plans and staying focused? 1111. Make a wish. So 11s could be significant. The 11th of this month. The 11th of the month that you're watching this reading in. Make a wish. Yeah, and that's so crazy. I posted that for June on my main channel. For those of you that aren't familiar with my main channel, Cusp of Roses, where we do zodiac cusp sign readings. I posted that for the month of June that said make a wish for June. Yeah, a wish that you made is about to be granted. For some of y'all, it already was through a karmic plan that someone created. So you made a wish, the divine used someone's envy or jealousy to make it come true. We gotta be thankful. Find gratitude. Okay. What's the synchronicity for the night energy showing up here? Ooh. Synchronicity for the night. 55 could also be a significant number. Synchronicity. 33. Action. Yeah. This is making the wish and then taking the actions to co-create that wish coming true. Taking the actions you feel intuitively guided to. Be brave and honest when you feel called. That's what supports this level up. Okay? Some of y'all might have been let go because you were brave and honest. Honest about something. Someone could have took offense to that honesty. So they got you out of there, or they let you go, or whatever the case may be. That was the right action. So don't think, oh, I should have kept that to myself. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. No, you were brave and you were honest. And if someone decided to punish you for your honesty and your bravery, that's on them. That's not a reflection of you, okay? What's the sync for the great teacher and these spiritual experiences to remember? What's the sync for the spiritual experiences? Thank you. Rebellion, 5, 10. Yeah. Yeah. You've had people rebel against you before. You've had people try to wage war with you. You've had people try to create challenges for you. If you're truly in that earth angel energy, that is so familiar to you, right? You've been through that before, plenty times over. And maybe it took you a while to find peace around that being your reality. That people are often going to choose the 5 of Wands when it comes to you. Okay? But I also get, for some of y'all, that 510 with learn from spiritual experiences gives me don't do what you would normally do. Maybe some of y'all, again, wouldn't typically be brave and honest like that. This would be the time to. Don't fear your truth, because your truth brings you justice. But if you're afraid to stand and speak and live and be in your truth, justice can't find you. It's a reason why it's a sword with justice energy. Justice for the truth. Okay? And you being in your truth will always reveal the lie. Always. It might take some time, but it always reveals the liar. And that's justice in and of itself. Okay, so what's the sync around the medicine mother? Thank you. Bonds, the 2020 that came out earlier. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Honor your inner knowing when you see 2020 or 2s or 0s. It means that you're in that balance. The universal mother is bonding with you, is with you in those moments. Yeah, unconditional love. Right? Some of you might take this attempted disruption or the revelation of this karmic plan to heart. It could have come from someone you thought you had a bond with. It could have come from someone who maybe was attempting to bond with you. So check the trust issues that might come up from this, okay, within yourself. Don't let the sourness of someone else make you not trust yourself or trust the divine or trust others. Yeah, let it lead you to faith. Let it lead you to your faith. Some of y'all are working on having faith in justice showing up for you. Because maybe it feels like nothing ever goes right. I always end up, come out of that victimhood. Come out of that victimhood. Maybe that's a part of this emotional shift and mental shift over the next 8 days. You're not a victim. You're a victor. You're only a victim if you decide you are. And yes, there could be some things that happen to you that you could have been victimized, but you don't have to carry the identity of a victim. It's a difference. You can be the victim of a circumstance or a situation or someone else's actions, but you don't have to carry the identity of being a victim. Okay? Sync for the peacekeeper, divine. For my earth angels this week. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. 24, unconditional love, right? Somebody is also seeing that your main goal has always been peace. It has never been disruption. It's never been pain. It's never been harm. It's always been to heal and bring peace. So whoever tried to distort that narrative around you is being revealed for the liar that they are, the troublemaker that they are, the manipulator that they are. And it was inevitable. 911. Okay? Yeah. Those are those 5s. 555. This change was inevitable. Like I said, some of y'all, you were meant to leave. So if the divine wanted to initiate someone into their own karmic cycle by allowing them to make that karmic plan to get you up out of there, all right. It was going to happen regardless. Okay? Don't go against what you know in your wisdom. Trust yourself. And have faith that trusting yourself, standing in your truth, being brave, honest, fearless, and strong, as much as you can be, and continue to create with healing intention, abundance, success, all of that is inevitable. Okay? Just be along for the ride. Alrighty, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. I really do hope that this message serves you well throughout the next 7 to 8 days. Okay, again, 8 is a very significant number for y'all. I also feel guided to say, for those of y'all that might do chakra work, get into your sacral chakra. There's a lot of like orangey red energy out here. So get into your sacral or your lower chakras altogether, red, orange, and yellow, your root, your sacral, and your solar. Okay? And if you've made a wish, if you've asked the divine for something, they plan to deliver. You have to have faith in the bond that you do have with the medicine mother, with the universal mother. Okay? That loves you unconditionally. Something also about Jupiter moving into Leo might be activating the warrior within some of y'all. You might not be as afraid to expand beyond what you know once Jupiter really settles in Leo. So that's interesting, okay? Last little message there. But I thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, what resonated with you. I love to hear from you. And I will see you in our next one. Namaste.